In today's video, we're going to go through 50 details that you may not have seen in GTA 6 Trailer 2. Now, I've already done a full deep dive going through every single detail that I found at the time, but there's only 2 or 3 of those details that I'm going to mention in this one, because after combing through the trailer over and over again for videos, I found a few more that either some people haven't noticed or things that you may have missed. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. In the background of this first shot, there appears to actually be a house or a building on this island. In this shot here, we can see that the ladder actually moves when Jason interacts with it. Different locations in the map have different sorts of dirt on vehicles. Mud sticks differently to sand. And we can see over here that the tire tracks actually match the tread of the tires. And we can see here that it looks like we can apply stickers and decals to our cars, and we can also see the top sticker isn't lined up perfectly, maybe meaning that we can rotate and scale stickers to different parts of the vehicle. As Jason enters the door, we can see on the right hand side there's keys to a boat, and we know they're for a boat because they have a little float on them. On the dashboard we have sun damage and age related marks, and we can also see in the background that there's a waste collection business in Vice City. Throughout the trailer we can see bins either by the road or by the side of properties. And in Red Dead Redemption 2, we can see that people had daily routines. Potentially we'll have bin men in GTA 6. And I don't know why that's so exciting. We can also see that this woman's carrying a dog, and her house has a fully fleshed out interior. When Jason hits this cash machine, we can see that the cash machine itself actually moves. In this shot here, we can see that Jason's windscreen is dirty, and in the background we can see that airports have inbound and outbound traffic, suggesting maybe a far off location that planes can actually fly to, rather than just despawning or respawning in the distance. Most likely the Bahamas or Cuba, but we'll get back to that later in the video. When Jason is lifting weights, his muscles actually tense and his body actually raises to go into the lift. These characters kick up sand, and you'll notice this with any characters in the trailer or in the artwork that walk on sand. We can see them actually kicking up sand and dirt. Characters actually colour coordinate their outfits, and characters also wear headphones, as well as Jason. Despite a lot of people saying that Jason's benching 100 kg, he's actually benching 120 because you have to include the weight of the bar. Jason's actually removed his hat and put down his towel and water bottle before doing his set, suggesting that maybe characters could carry these items to the beach. I don't know. We have a new drink brand, VICE.CLO, presumably a bit like kind of like a Fanta sort of drink. We potentially have an in-game lottery system, suggesting more legitimate ways to make money in the game. As this character walks through the door, they lean out of the way. It then appears like she moves her body to look back at Jason, suggesting that women interact with Jason in a flirtatious manner. Vaping and wireless payments are advertised in the game. Before we get to the next one, I just want to say if you are enjoying this and you are finding this video useful in any way, please consider liking and subscribing. It helps the channel more than you know. Don't want to take up any more of your time, so without further ado, let's get back into it. Jason has dirt on his chest in this shot, suggesting that maybe if he works on boats or does stuff, he gradually gets more dirty over time. In this shot, we can see the bed twist and conform to the shape of the characters' bodies as they apply weight to different parts of the bed. One of the banks we rob is the Sin Frontera National Bank. We can see the bank has a digital security system, which suggests that if we've learned anything from the leaks, hacking will play a role in the game. All the naughty scenes in the trailer fade to black as the action starts to happen, meaning that we probably won't get to see all of the details in the game. This would of course preserve Rockstar's mature rating rather than the game getting an adults only rating. Single engine boats have individual throttle controls, twin engine boats have dual throttle controls. The boat isn't tied to the pier, but it's staying perfectly still, meaning that Rockstar's probably using a sort of digital anchor system where we can just park our boats, so our boats don't float off like they do in GTA 5. Larger passenger boats are back, with people stood on the flybridge, meaning that boat interiors are likely to be accessible. A bit of a stretch, but there's a lot of outboard motor brands in the game. Potentially we can modify boats by changing the engines. If Jason works for Brian's Boat Works and we can't do that, maybe it's an oversight from Rockstar. I do believe boat modification will be in GTA 6. This is actually Lucia. She's wearing a Brian's Boat Works hat and she has the ankle monitor. And of course, Jason works for Brian's Boat Works. We can also see her wear this exact outfit later on in the trailer. There was once a hurricane in Leonida. A broken piece of wall says that Hurricane Roxy was this strong. We have this photo on the wall, which I can't really make out, but you guys can let me know what you think there is down below. But we also have shark tours, which would be a really cool thing to potentially do. Realistically, this is probably just an advertisement in the game, but it'd be cool if we could actually do this. This shot is actually on a boat. Despite a lot of people thinking that it's a rooftop bar, we can see that a lot of the structure here is actually a fiberglass, and this very much looks like the top of a super yacht. Is this potentially a location we can go to? It looks like a volcanic island. I don't know, you guys let me know. It's been theorized that this is potentially Jason's arm, leaning into the Jason cop theories, but we'll save that for a whole different day. When Jason's shooting out of the vehicle, we can see that he has a bullet wound. Vehicle fires look absolutely insane. Throughout the trailer, Jason and Lucia's house is varying in states of repair, suggesting that they're building it. Maybe this means that we'll have options to modify properties in some way. This does lend into some of the patents filed by Take-Two Interactive and a few of the rumours that we've heard from the past couple of years. The back of the vehicle that Lucia is shooting from is completely destroyed, and this does suggest that car damage could get a whole lot more realistic. This is further confirmed by when the car in the background explodes, we can actually see the frame / chassis of the car bending in towards the middle from the explosion itself. Very similar to the sort of vehicle destruction that we saw in Grand Theft Auto 4. In this shot, we can see that characters get sunburn. This Banshee is almost identical to the one that Rockstar gave away for the release of GTA 5. Everyone's been talking about the condensation on the beer, but a good little bit of attention to detail is that the condensation only goes up to the level where the beer is at. So if you drink your beer, the condensation moves down the bottle. There's a lighter on the table and a candle burning, showing that Jason is a very home proud man. I don't know what it shows, it's just a cool little detail. Inside the helicopter, we actually have digital displays in the center console. It looks like there's some sort of data on it, we can't exactly see what it is, but it's a really nice piece of detail. In this shot here, we can see that the sparks on the bike look great. But a really nice piece of attention to detail is the sparks actually illuminate the metalwork of the bike. Lucia stood on the boat shooting means that we can probably stand on moving boats without falling off. Bullets hitting the ground actually kick up dirt and debris. We can see the firing pattern from the guns based on where dirt is getting kicked up on the ground. So that was just over 50 little details from GTA 6 Trailer 2. Of course, over time, as myself and the community spot more things, I'll do an update video probably in a couple months, but for the time being, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Of course, we've missed absolutely tons of details, but I did go through 99.9% of them in my full Trailer 2 teardown video, which is linked in the top right hand corner. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.
New beginnings on the cusp, not too old to adjust, old dog, new tricks, remember I was just a pup, something dirty in my cup, clean soul, good karma is a must, still my shooter in the cut, I was stuck inside a rut, played the game, made bank, move G, anything to get a buck, you won't find me in the club, I'm in the lab.